It's day 20, 21, 22, triple header of Christmas, and I got some good sports arcade games for you today on the Nintendo 64, a system I go back and forth with, thinking it's my favorite system of all time. I don't know for sure, but it wouldn't even be in the consideration if it wasn't for these three sports arcade games. Generally, the Nintendo 64 simulation sports games are not that great to go back to. Uh, there's various reasons for that: gameplay, graphics, fun factor. But yeah, these games, there's no question that they're fun games and really brought the arcade experience home. This game I'm going to play first, Wayne Gretzky 3D Hockey. I think it's better on the N64 than on the arcade cabinet. I really didn't even know there was an arcade cabinet for this game up until maybe 6-7 years ago. Saw it at the headquarters beercade that I worked at after I worked there, and yeah, they just came up with Wayne Gretzky 3D Hockey out of nowhere. So, as you know, in the beer and game advent calendar, I've been opening a beer each day, so we're going to go with 20, and I'm thirsty, so let's get this started right away. Before people get in the chat, thank goodness, it's exactly the type of thing I want to be drinking right off the bat. Light-hearted ale. It is an IPA, but I think it'll probably be on the lighter end as far as the hops and maybe alcohol content, but we'll see. I never had this one. I didn't even know they had a light-hearted ale. But Bell's has some good beer. Some good beer, so yeah, that's a good one. Bell's Light-Hearted Ale. And I did go to the game store tonight and picked up some games we've been talking about on these streams. So I am going to... I'll wait till there's more people in the chat. Maybe we'll do it after a game of Wayne Gretzky 3D Hockey. So I have good memories of this game, specifically because my friends down the block when growing up, Joe and Bob, they had this game and they had a huge big screen TV in their basement, and this game was amazing to play on it. We're gonna go with the Blackhawks. I gotta bust out these NHL logos for this. And since Chicago didn't have the Blackhawks on TV, I didn't know too much about hockey. The only thing I was exposed to was NHL on Fox, really. So I learned a lot about what players were good in this game, because it gave you a quick rundown of each player: speed, shooting, strength, defense. So I got to know some of the player names and their talents based off Wayne Gretzky 3D Hockey. And let's go Roenick. And they're giving us the Dallas Stars first. Another thing about this game that many hockey games don't do, either arcade or simulation, is the side view. I just really enjoy the side view in hockey games. I think it's a lot easier to see who you're passing to, and it's done very well in this game. Where is the Stars logo? Is it not in here? There it is. right. No one around so far for the N64 stream.
There's the steal. Bombs away. Deflected. Oh, he trips him.
So the graphics on the N64, they were
Looking to score. Rebound.
they were just about bringing the arcade home. And in this game and in the games I'm going to play, besides for Blitz, Blitz was still better on the arcade. It pretty much did. Midway did an awesome job of porting their games to the Nintendo 64. Is D? Yeah. Him and Sean. Oh, I missed an easy goal chance right there. The other thing I liked about this game is just being able to check and see the guy flip multiple times. Always got a kick out of that. Just feels good, you know? The other thing about the Nintendo 64, it was the one time that, well, maybe not the only time, but it's when Nintendo was on top of the game console market as far as the graphics and, you know, loading time speed. It was the best console out there for a good just about 3 years. What's up, Felipe? How you doing? Thanks for hopping in on the stream. There we go. We got the fire goal. To do that, you hold A and hit the turbo button, which is down C. I don't switch the controls on this. Still got muscle memory from this game after all these years. But I am off to a slow start, especially with the one-time goals. And here's another one. And that is the game. So tomorrow, if all goes well, on the MXG bus, we're going to start a challenge where we're going to play NBA Jam, EA Sports version, the 360 version, which we have on the Xbox One, and stream it on the Twitch channel. So if you're not following the Twitch channel, it hasn't seen activity in a long time. It's Retro Sports Gamer Tom. And we're going to announce and show gameplay footage. So if someone beats either Matt or I, they will get 2 t-shirts, and we're going to do that. Yep, definitely, Felipe. First hockey game I ever bought when N64 launched. Yeah, I mean, this was one of the best ones out initially. I don't think it was definitely like in the first month of launch, I want to say, because the system launched with only 2 games, I believe, in the US, which were Mario 64 and Pilot Wings. What's up, Fantasy Football? And so yeah, this one was out early, and this is a great first hockey game to have. You know, it's when you grow up playing like some Blades of Steel, maybe ice hockey on the Nintendo. It's just a 3D, over-the-top continuations of games like that. I was definitely way more in N64 than GameCube. See, that was the thing. GameCube came out, I want to say, last out of Dreamcast, PS2, and Xbox. So, and it was right on par with those systems, but, you know, there wasn't much difference as far as the graphics in those 4 systems. When N64 was out, it was on top of the game. Plus, they made it easy for you to play 4 players. They put 4 controller ports on the front. which was very inviting to make it the social gaming console, where all the other systems before made you pay extra for the 4-player adapter, which the N64 did not do. And also the N64 was able to launch at a cheaper price and be sold cheaper, pretty early on, because it didn't have the expensive CD technology at the time, or Laserdisc technology. What's up, Sean? 21 Vegas football. Top 50 to make money. That's awesome. I wish you luck. Keep up the good work. If you can get money doing something like that, you might as well. If you're 5-5, they're coming back. So after this game, I'm going to show you guys some of the games I picked up today at the video game store. This video game Then and Now in Hardwood Heights. Some of the games I've been talking about on some of these other streams. Alright, let's try to get this win. What's up, Dwayne? Good to see you here in the chat. Well, we got slow mode on. I don't know if I could change that. It must have been a Troy thing. I don't know why he turns on slow mode. It's making it so hard. What beer I got tonight? Lighthearted Ale. Bell's Lighthearted Ale. And I got 2 more to open. Deontay, yeah, I think D-Slime was on Channel 2. Waiting in line for that concert. And he's on fire. So players don't really get on fire in this. It's just a turbo shot feature that makes the goal on fire. Ooh, I thought I could knock the goalie back in the net on that one. But yeah, with multiple players playing this game, I could play this one for hours. This is my favorite one, even though I love NHL Hits 2002 as well. This is my favorite hockey game. Part of the reasons I like arcade sports games, the other reason is they just made it really easy to do one-timers. I would have trouble scoring in other hockey games, and also I didn't like the time investment of hockey games where it was hard to score. You play a whole game and then some low scoring games, some of you don't even score. There's only so much value out of, oh, I got a lot of checks, or I got a lot of shots this game, but we didn't score. Ooh, good block. And the computer's getting aggressive. I knew that was coming. It felt that way. Here's the draw. 9-7. Gretzky 3D hockey, 31 seconds is a lot of time. He loses the puck. A good shot off. Just got to hold him off for another 11 seconds. Daughter's crying upstairs. She's mad about something. A lot of fire goals. Easy
And here's the faceoff.
Easy win here.
That's the end of the game. The Stars 7, the Blackhawks 11.
And that's the other cool thing about sports arcade games. The games are really quick. That's how Midway made them. Alright guys, I am going to show you some of these games that I picked up. So first of all, I saw this one there. NBA 2K2 on the Dreamcast, and the price is $15.99, and it was in good condition, and nothing else they had in Dreamcast really caught my eye, and I don't think they had this there before. So I was wondering if that was even a good price, and I looked up on eBay real quick, and they were all going for like 25 and up. This is the last NBA 2K to be on the Dreamcast. So I didn't have it. I had the original and 2K1. So now I got this one. This is one I'm gonna have to play pretty soon. But I had a good time going to the game store today and picking out some of these games. So the other two, well, there's three actually more. I played the Wii I think last time I streamed, and the Wii still has a lot of like a fun game library to look through. There's quite a variation of games. So the first one is this game, NHL Slapshot by EA Sports. And it looks pretty much like a hockey game, except you're using the Wiimotes to shoot. So I'm gonna have to see how the game controls work with this one, but it's its own unique game, NHL Slapshot on the Wii. So I'm pretty interested in checking this one out. $8.99. This game store, I don't have to do too much looking up the prices. They've always been fair with their prices. That one I didn't look up though, really online. I just picked it up. This one was one I talked about when I played Madden 08. Was Madden 07 on the Wii. This was the first Madden on the Wii. And from what I remember, the graphics were just like the PS2 and GameCube versions. Xbox. And they had the Wii controls. What I'm seeing on the back cover is that that's true. Whereas in 08 already, they were changing the graphics and kind of the feel. So I am very interested to try this one out and see if it feels more like the ones on, the previous generation consoles, which is what I want, because I really enjoy those graphics. And then the last game here is I don't think there's an NHL 94 camera. I don't know much about NHL Slapshot. So I thought I had this game, ESPN NFL Football. So this one is the 2K4 version. We were talking about this the other night, how some people say that this one might even be better than 2K5, but this one's, it didn't sell for $19.99. It didn't have the 2K5 game title, so it didn't sell as much. So I haven't really played it. It was only $2.99. So this one I'm looking forward to, because if it's just like ESPN NFL 2K5, then how could you go wrong? So those are my sports pickups from the game store. And pretty excited to get those games. Okay, so I'm gonna get, since I won that so easily, I'm gonna get Hangtime going. But the N64, the other thing that made it an awesome console was those wrestling games. That is a masterpiece. Had it for PS2 here in Brazil. Xbox aren't so diffused. You talking about the 2K4 or ESPN football? Get the NBA logos going now. And let's change the game cover. To NBA Hangtime. All right, now we're playing some Hangtime. What's up, James Bond? No, I was not on last night. My brother and Sean were on last night playing NHL 2K5. So one of the goals of this channel is to keep retro sports gaming going almost every day. And we've been doing a good job the last month. Yeah, these are all great games. Great sports arcade games. And some of my favorites. Without them, I wouldn't like the Nintendo 64 as much as I do. But these were the best versions of the games out on console, too. Now, this one plays pretty much like the arcade. I would say the difference with this one and like Maximum Hangtime or the other ones is this has those 96, 97 rookie rosters. So I'd almost say this one is also better on the N64 than the arcade cabinet. Know your bro, I'm in the zone. That is correct. So let's see, Lakers got Kobe, you know. The Bucks got Ray Allen right here. Philadelphia has Iverson. So they got those rookies in there. Gonna make me get through this real quick. So, and I'm running out of time. Oh boy, that's not who I wanted. Raptors and Grizz. What's up? Merry Christmas, Riley. No, yeah, I'm doing a triple header today. I missed a couple days here. So we're gonna go with the Raptors. It's so arcade authentic that they still give you the countdown like you're on the arcade cabinet to pick a team. And we're playing the Grizz. The expansion team match. Well, Riley, the Raptor, saying the Raptors are his favorite team, so he gets to see them on the random pick. So, using the Raptors, one thing in these NBA Hangtime or NBA Jam midway games is I don't like to use the short players too much because you need the dunking and height for rebounds and blocks. You're having an awesome vacation, know your bro? Where you at? But this is a good combo. Mighty Mouse, Damon Stoudemire, and Marcus Camby, both young players at the time. The Battle of Canada is right. Both teams expansion in Canada at the same time. Grizzlies didn't stay, the Raptors did. You're in California, but you still like the Raptors. Baseline leaner. Now come to think of it, I did have the original Damon Stoudemire iron-on NBA jersey when I was younger. Did really like the design of the jerseys. And Stoudemire was an exciting point guard. He wasn't a guy who could dunk, but he was fast. Big country. He doesn't mess around. Camby with the steal. So, with these midweight games, I love playing versus someone. Versus the computer, not so much. They're always gonna do a great job of making it close. Regardless of how much you're up. I would like to see Green Magic, who's on the channel, like try to dissect Hangtime to the point where he's blowing out the computer. I would like to know what like the world records are of this game against the computer as far as point disparity. Big country. See, you don't want that. You don't want to throw up these little layups and get rejected by big country. Camby goes up with the oop. So Hangtime brought you the alley-oops, and they do it very well. You could do alley-oops in College Slam for Sega Saturn, but it's not as impressive as this NBA Hangtime. So NBA Hangtime, I also have memories of this one. Friend Tom, growing up, had this game and Mario Kart 64. And at the time, you know, the N64 games were very expensive considering inflation. They're like 60, 70, even 80 bucks sometimes. But what else did you need if you had NBA Hangtime and Mario Kart 64? Those are two games we could just play over and over again. So Riley's saying he likes the Lakers and the Heat. Yeah, they were both very 90s designs. The Toronto Raptors and original Vancouver jerseys. What's up, large man? It's too bad Adam's not here in the chat. He always wants me to play NBA Hangtime. For some reason, he thinks that I don't like it. I like this game a lot. I just think Showtime's better. This game is very defensive on the blocking end. And NBA Jam, Hangtime, you get really good at the shoving. That is your advantage of the game being overpowered. And that was the first half. I noticed I didn't open Beer 21, so let's do that now. But you could literally have a tournament, best of the N64 sports games. I would use these three games and it would be fun. So I might try to switch here from Stoudemire. Camby shoots even good. I'm going to go with Marcus Camby, and we're going to try to get some height in there. Go with Rogers, Popeye Jones, Wright. I guess I'll do Popeye Jones. We'll see if he'll do the countdown as I open this. Okay, so this is a Mocha Java Porter. So I'm going to put that one aside for now. Old school Raptors logo is my favorite old school logo. Yeah, I liked it too. Alright, so we got Marcus Camby. Now we're going to be able to dunk. We're doing that right off the bat. We got height. They got Raheem, Sharif Abdul-Rahim. They got a good lineup in. Both these teams were pretty bad for a while. Well, not really. I mean, the Raptors only for a few years. Once they got Vince Carter, that's when they started turning around. And Camby with the board. And the computer's getting aggressive with the steals and everything. I could feel it. Papa Jones. But what I really like about these games is they kept the arcade authenticity of the games. Once you got to PlayStation 2, that's when they started messing with that formula, which I really did not like. Mainly NBA Hoops and Blitz 2002. NBA Hoops got rid of the doing the initials, which really infuriated me. Blitz 2002 does have that. It's although they had this stupid game design where when the ball carrier's holding the ball, your initials are on the back of the jersey and the player, and you never know who has the ball really. So it's bad design on their part, but at least you could put in the initials and you could play other game modes where it doesn't do that. So that's a game I want to play again soon. And then NHL Hits is actually great. They didn't do anything wrong with that. It was a new game overall, but they gave it that arcade feel and all the good features, create a player, all that stuff. So out of those three NHL Hits, even though hockey's my least favorite sport out of those three, I would still pick that game over the other two for sure. Whereas on the N64, we're just going to make this as much like the arcade as possible. And we hit a 3 with Camby. Oh, there's Adam. I was just saying, where's Adam at? I'm finally playing NBA Hangtime. The Ducks. Oh, man. So you can do the spin dribble in this. Although, I have a harder time pulling it off with the double tap, see the wheeling and dealing. You could just do a spin move. Gets his own rebound. I'm trying to do the spin, but it's not working with the R button. Popeye Jones gets blocked. I'm out of turbo. Can't complete the push. 8 pet ducks. What do you have ducks for? Oh, how did I miss the rebound? It's the 3. We got a tie game. You knew it would be close. Oh, and they stole it back. Trying to get in there for the block, but can't quite get there. And Vancouver Grizzlies win. So yeah, it can be frustrating playing the computer in these midway games. You have a little farm, that's awesome. That's something that I would like to do in the near future, at least start something up. What's up, Patrick? What is the name of the NBA franchise in Miami? That's super easy. I'll play one more, try to get a win. Yeah, they're going to be close. This time... I was unsure on the team, but might just use the Bulls this time. Oh, nice. You went to Orlando? Yeah, it's one of the freer states right now. It's a good choice. Got Pippen and Rodman. Pippen's a stud in this. Let's just go with him. They're loyal but unpredictable. What's like an unpredictable thing a duck will do? Tournament, playing the computer, they don't care about tournament mode. Come on, Rodman, get the rebound. The dribbling function works way better on... You know, I remember what I do now. I use like the left C, but I didn't set it as a turbo because for some reason double tapping that will work a lot better. There, I got the spin move. It takes too much time and effort for the execution to make it worthwhile to even do it. You think the Bulls are the best team in this game? They're relentless when it comes to food. It's good to know. This game's not going smoothly. Why is Pippen missing those little jumpers? Seattle Supersonics. It was a horrible first half. I need to brush up on my Hangtime skills. For some reason, this game likes the baseline leaner. Like it's like Rodman won't even pick the ball up. I don't know what's going on with this game. The Flaming P on the right side goes good with this game. I've talked about it on pretty much all these beer and game advent calendar streams, but it's my friend Pete's company. The link to the description is below. He sells the portable fire tins. Let's get the pushes down. So, for those of you viewing, are there any sports simulation games on the N64 that you think are good or worth checking out? One of the ones that I like is a sport that I don't typically play or like is FIFA 99. I do like that on the N64. Some of the the NBA Live games are not that great on N64. They were more made for the PlayStation, and then they kind of just ported them over to this. There is a version of NBA Showtime on the N64, although the graphics are really muddy to say the least, and given the sound limitations, without it being CD technology, they cut out a lot of commentary. I don't even think it says any player names in the N64 version. Some of the football, you know, N64 simulation games aren't bad. It's just hard to want to play those when you know you could just play the ones on the next generation consoles, and the graphics are just way better and the gameplay is better too. Rodman, that was a way better quarter. There's definitely secret characters. I don't know about teams. You know what I'm saying? I like that they created their own soundtrack for this game too. I think I'm gonna bring in Kukoc. A little bit more height. And skills overall. NBA Hangtime's when you started to see the height difference. You did it in the NBA Jam arcade version, but on the console versions, not really. I shouldn't be shooting threes against a computer up 9. Of course, they're not going to let me hit that. Oh, Kukoc gets hit right away. Rodman's picture is funny. I mean, the game speed is just on point in this game. Very fluid. Get that oop going. NBA Hangtime was also the inception of Team Fire, and I do like the way they did it better in Hangtime versus Showtime, because in Hangtime, if you get Team Fire, which it's not easy to keep the opponent from scoring and hit 3 alley-oops in a row, it lasts for 25 seconds and there's a counter on the screen, which is a big boost if you could pull it off. In Showtime, they got rid of that, and all they have to do is get an alley-oop and that ends the Team Fire. Which is really easy to do in Showtime. But I like the 25-second clock better. N64 quarterback 98, says Adam. I do have those games. I remember the commercials for those games they were showing good graphics. I think I talked about how I just didn't care to buy those games because Favre was on the cover. And when at that time, you know, I was a lot younger, just had that built-in Packer hate because we're in Chicago with the Bears, but obviously that's just more of a taught thing than something that's held true, that I've held on to. I haven't held on to that Packers hate. Although they do have pretty ugly color combo. There we go. Kukoc. You like the N64 controller, huh? So do I. It gets a lot of I wouldn't say hate, but a lot of people they don't like it. I thought it's very innovative. It was really the first. Well, I don't want to say first, but game console that really included the joystick, and they gave 2 grip options. Which I always find it funny too. There's like people who didn't like understand the 2 grip options. So they're like doing this stuff, like that's how they learn to play. I'm like, what? Like there obviously there's a Z button back there, like you're supposed to hold it either this way or that way. So I did finally start to get my skills back here, as I'm beating the computer now by 14, which is pretty good. Wow, and my partner got the player of the game. Tony Kukoc. Tekken 3 on N64. Yeah, I never got into the Tekken games too much, but it's a great fighting game. N64 does have some fighting games. I know, like, it has Killer Instinct. Adam, yeah, I think Courtside 2 is pretty good. Kobe Bryant's NBA Courtside 2. The first one, I don't think it's that great. What college did Doranis Marshallonis attend? I don't know. He was played on the Warriors, though, in the NBA. I just went with the most foreign-looking university, and that paid off. So got a win with the Bulls. So something I'm bringing back on the channel is the, and it's going to be a staple series, is the fantasy, or the fantasy drafts in. Well, I'm going to bring back Madden again first, and then I'm going to branch out to NFL 2K and maybe even NFL Fever, and we're going to start drafting teams again, try to win the Super Bowl, do the Sims, and get to the Super Bowl and play those games. It was good engagement. It's fun building a team with everyone and seeing how those teams pan out. All right, it's time for some NFL Blitz. Dub Nation Sports says he liked the courtside games. Yeah, I remember the only time I played them when they were current was at my friend Corey Moy's house, which I didn't go there too much, but I was there a few times and got to play it. And at the time, the graphics were really good. So with NFL Blitz on N64, the original one's very good. But there's one that I think's better, but it's rarer to get. It's the NFL Blitz Special Edition. It came out as a Blockbuster exclusive. It plays really fast and smooth. Now this one doesn't really have those issues, but you will get slowdown at some point. Whereas Blitz 2000 and 2001, they have a lot of slowdown, even though you can play them 4 players. This one's only 2-on-2. All right, where is the random cover here? I'm trying to switch over to Blitz. And this is one so I played NFL Blitz 2000 the most on PlayStation. That's what I had when I was younger. And I would play that with my friend Dave over and over again. Didn't have it on N64. None of my friends had this one, so this isn't one I really played until I got older on the N64. But I really like it. I really enjoy it. I think it's the best console version of the original Blitz. I'm trying to get the NBA teams out of here. Then I'm going to open this beer up. You get the helmets on screen, techno style, old school. Yeah, if I were to play one of the courtside games, it would be the second one. I have both of them. It's cool that those games existed. The best one of the courtside series, though, is the one version that came out on the GameCube, 2002. Adam's pumped for the Blitz. All right, let's open this one. I'm almost done with this lighthearted ale. Beer 22. And we're in the 20s. I mean, Christmas Eve and Christmas is coming in just a few days here. Oh, boy. Sippin' Tropical Sour. It's got a monkey on the can. This one is from Odell Brewing Company. The cans. Oh, this one I dropped in the package upstairs, and I really dented the can. I'm surprised. I don't know if I dented it that much. It's hard to believe, but I don't like sours. I might actually pop open this Mocha Java over the sour. I do like stouts. It's a coffee stout, though, so I have to wonder how that one is. Blitz is awesome. This is the last Retro Sports Gamer Championship. We included Blitz in it for the first time, and it went over well. Now, for the Retro Sports Gamer Championship this year, I'm not sure when we'll do it, but we're not going to have the prize money like we did in the past. So the streamers on this channel will just get a cut of whatever amount of ad revenue comes in, which isn't much, but we're doing the best we can to make this channel the best it can be, and keep live retro sports games going all the time. Let me check the options real quick. Medium, 2 minutes. All right, before I go into arcade play, think of what teams you want to see. Yeah, it's a little too coffee tasting for my liking. It's strong, which is why I didn't think about drinking it in the first place, but I really didn't want to drink that sour. I mean, they've had a good variety of beers in this advent calendar. That I will give them. Although some of them, it's like... Oh, I'm ready for the NFL Blitz tournament. Falcons. I would say out of these 3 sports games, well, Falcons are already up there for the helmet. Out of these 3 sports games, I would say where the ratings matter the most is NBA Hangtime. Where they matter the least is this game. It's really hard to tell because they don't show you any ratings, so except for the teams. Falcons, Broncos. All right, you want to see Broncos? Atlanta, they have the good players on their team. This is probably right before they made that Super Bowl run. I guess I don't get to choose who I'm playing. I'm playing the Bears. The Chicago Bears versus the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know, Adam. I've said in the past, like, I never was big on the secret teams or characters. I always wanted to use the actual pro teams. The most I did that was some on the original NBA Jam TE. Spin Jamal Anderson. Blitz, always a fun game. That's the other cool thing about Midway is they took the core sport and then they created their own rules within it to make it a fun arcade game. You just don't see that as much anymore. When I was at the game store and I just showed you those games, I took a quick glance at like PlayStation 3 sports games, because the way this game store does it is they'll put like all the other games away from the sports games, and it's just so boring to look at the sports titles on PS3. It's like, oh, this is 2015 and 2000, this so and so 2016. It's like there's no variety in the games whatsoever. Jamal Anderson gets in there for the touchdown. Family in Georgia. Stuttering Stick 23. What's up? Hope you guys are enjoying this N64 triple header. But yeah, when I think of the N64, I think of these three games. Mario Kart 64, Mario 64, Super Smash Brothers, GoldenEye, and then the wrestling games. WCW, NWO Revenge, WrestleMania 2000, and WWF No Mercy. Like those are the wheelhouse for me. Like if those are all the games you gave me, I'd be good. Diddy Kong Racing was one I played a bunch too. And Perfect Dark, which was came out after GoldenEye. Ooh, stopped. Big goal line tackle. Uh-oh, Green Magic series sniffed the NFL Blitz out. German. Little stutter step. I don't know, for you guys, when you think N64, what titles that I didn't talk about make up the system for me? Oh, Green Magic putting in snowboarding, 1080 and Twisted Edge. I didn't play those. I wasn't too into caring about the snowboarding until SSX Tricky. Or SSX. I don't think it was called SSX Tricky. Even though that was just like a sequel or something. Wave Race 64, you can't forget that one. That was pretty cool how they made it feel like you were on the waves. And then, oh, the cruising titles, the first two, Cruising USA, Cruising World, love those. Those are two more Midway sports arcade racing games. I did look today at the game store. I saw NASCAR 99 and 2000 because that gets brought up. Like, don't you want to play some NASCAR? And no, I really don't. But I was gonna pick them up if they were like $5 or $6, but they were 10 and 13 bucks. I'm like, yeah, I'm not really caring that much about those games. Riley saying Undertaker was his favorite wrestler as a kid. Yeah, he's a popular one. Blitz is, yeah, it is fun. F-Zero. That's one I didn't really play too much of, but that was a big one. I did attempt to play I played a lot of the first Zelda game. I was more into it because it was the hot new thing. And I had fun playing it, but at some point I just get sick of exploring and finding clues and puzzles and all that. Just like, ah. It's a good one. That's one people would bring up too. And the other one, the Mario Party games. And they cranked them out on the N64. I think there's 3 versions. The bomb plant Blitz. But as I got older, I realized like the Mario Party games piss me off when I play people because it's a lot of screwing with the people you're playing with. Tony Hawk, that's a good point. I think the original Tony Hawk's on here. I don't know about 2. You hope to be a pro wrestler? Hey, you never know. Like, wrestling's one of those sports where you've seen all walks of life be wrestlers. Like Mae Young, you know, 8-year-old girl or women getting power bombed through a table. You've seen like little like small people. I forget what the wrestler's name is. There's like a little. They would make him like a leprechaun. I forgot though what his name was. Donkey Kong. Oh yeah, that one I didn't play too much of. Like the 3D Donkey Kong game. I heard it was like really crazy with the collectibles. Yes, turnover on downs. Banjo-Kazooie games. Yeah, but on N64 they really did a good job with the 3D and the cameras. There were some pretty good 3D games on the PlayStation as well, but some of them had more of like isometric view where like 64 was 3D and you could like rotate the camera, so it really like gave you that 3D feel. Hornswoggle, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. But yeah, you could see any kind of person like emerge in wrestling. But I think the N64 was just a great party social system. It had some classics. It was the best graphics out there for 3 years, which you would never see the Nintendo console with the best graphics after that. Yeah, I said that Cruisin' USA and Cruisin' World. I did get Cruisin' Exotica, but that one doesn't. They didn't keep the arcade feel, and I don't know. That one I did not like at all. What's up, Patrick? Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that, and I could tell about the notifications because it takes a while for people to come in where it used to be right away, like you get 2 or 3 people in. But yeah, if all goes well, if you see me streaming, I'm gonna bring back the fantasy draft, and if the team wins the Super Bowl, which there's the 2 people that were the top GM and scout from the last one I did are going to get a game, so I'll announce who that is I'm going to pick out some of my games that will be available to be sent to you. So not only will we be building a team, but if you draft the key players on the team, oh, come on. I did spin up too many times, so can't be that mad. Green Magic liked NHL 99. Yeah, I didn't play that one. I had Breakaway. Like, I don't know if I have 98 or 99. I need to get the ball back here.
Looks like an all-out blitz.
Oh, quarterback club 98. I think I have 98, 99 in the cabinet. I just never bust them out. Oh man, 22 seconds. We'll see how this goes. Probably going for 2. Yep.
They're going for it.
22 should be enough to... Oh, the kicker tackles me.
Just seconds left. First and 30.
Gotta run with the quarterback. Oh, Chandler. 7 seconds. I'm in field goal range.
Just seconds left.
So I don't want to take too much time off the clock. Get in the touchdown. Woo, 5 seconds off the clock. Pounded in by the pylon. And unless there's a miracle, it looks like I'll get the W. Yeah, the courtside got mentioned. The second one's better. I wouldn't say either of them are really good. But at least they give you another unique sports title. Oof. But yeah, what do you think? What do you think of this? Pick up the NBA 2K2 on the Dreamcast. I didn't realize that it was worth more than the other ones. Ice hockey and football. Well, I'll play one more and then we'll call it a night. These are quick games. So what teams do you guys want to see? Well, actually, you can only pick my team because it doesn't let me pick the opponent. What's up, Eli the Wolf? I was just talking about how at the game store today, I did look at the NASCAR games because I know you're one of the guys who is like, why don't you play NASCAR? But a little bit too much for a NASCAR game. I'm probably only going to play once. Patrick wants to see Barry Sanders. I'll go with the Lions. I'm a Lions guy. I'm a Barry Sanders type of dude. Barry Sanders, he's the first person while watching football where I was like, wow, this guy is something special. There's a Barry Sanders quote that I've seen where he says, God gave us the talent, but the devil made us famous. And Barry Sanders was a man of few words, and he didn't showboat like other players. They really are, yeah. I remember when I would mimic his moves in football, and I was able to really bust off some jukes. Like I remember in like 5th grade before I hit my growth spurt, like I was really agile, and like I wasn't short, but was able to move and contort my body to mimic it at the time. But then, yeah, I hit my growth spurt and I kind of lost all that. I was called Little Barry at one time by my friend Joe's cousin, playing in front of my block. But it only happened one time, so it wasn't a nickname that's stuck with me. Barry seems to be a good receiver. Well, he's got it. He's got the talent. Oh man, horrible defense. Forgot I didn't change the helmet here. Colts, Lions. You would never leave. Japanese women are beautiful. Yeah, I haven't had too much exposure to Japanese women. I wouldn't mind visiting Japan, but with the way things are these days, it doesn't look like it's in the cards anytime soon. Oh man, they don't reward me for all those spins. Eli, with the update on the stadiums. Stadium updates from Eli the Wolf. And goal sound horns. Yeah. Yeah, it's really a divisive thing, Riley. Unfortunately, you know. Yeah, I did see that one at the game store today, and that one kind of catches my eye because I really didn't play any baseball N64 games, and I still haven't really dove into one. There's that one, Griffey Slugfest, like the All-Star Baseball Series. I don't know which one's the best, but anytime I look at the video game footage of any of the games, I'm like, ugh, it doesn't look good. I don't know if I really want to buy that and play it. Silverdome's an Amazon warehouse. Wow. My wife has an Amazon account. I don't use it. I really don't use it. I really think about where I spend my money now. I mean, the one place that I reluctantly do it is Target with the order pickup. Just for like stuff that I need. But like, yeah, I go to this game store, video games that are now fair prices. They got great selection. It's actually in an old Blockbuster. There's no Blockbuster logos or anything left, but that's what it used to be. And it gives you that feel of like just being in like an old video store. But yeah, I got to go today without my daughters there. So I had a lot of time to look around. Think Griffey's the best N64 baseball? Thank you. Yeah, I had to get that stop. Let's go, Mitchell. 4 seconds. Here it is, the bomb. People's been asking for it. Oh, and I get sacked. Cost will make people back out of things. Can't they just get the money from the people, from the government? That's what they usually do to subsidize the sports stadiums. Wrestler from Japan. Near zone. This one is a favorite of mine. I remember playing Green Magic once, and he was running with the QB all over me, and then I started playing the near zone defense, and it was really messing him up. Because it kind of leaves the two defenders in the flats for either short passes or if the quarterback runs, so they're there. Peyton throws a strike. Yeah, I don't think they're going to let me in these stadiums anymore. In Chicago, pretty much got to sign up for injections to get in the stadium they just announced in the United Center for Bulls and Blackhawks. So, you know, my future's playing these games in my basement. When times were good and things were free and not as divisive, however you want to say it. Yeah, the QB scramble is a big weapon in this, and it helps that you can run with any team's QB because they all got speed. Adam's saying Ken Griffey Jr.'s N64 games. Let's go Lions. Detroit. Whoa. Well, they're really showing some butt there with the virtual girl. I did learn that the I forget her name now, but the actress that played Sonya Blade in Mortal Kombat in the video game, she was a cheerleader in the NBA Jam arcade cabinet. So she was that first, and then they asked her to do Sonya Blade. And the reason I know this, I started following her on Twitter because she goes to these gaming conventions, and I think the first one that I saw her going to was the Tecmo Cleveland, or I think it's just called the Gaming Classic now. I don't think Tecmo is the main purpose of it anymore. The Victoria Park Arena. Get out of here. Yes, Kerry Hoskins. Man, Riley's on it. Anything that where my brain is not remembering, You fill right in. Banjo-Kazooie. Yes. Another one I didn't really play. Like, pretty much Mario 64 was the only, like, 3D adventure game I did play. Oh, that's not true. I had Chameleon Twist, which was pretty good. Crestline Iceberg, what's up, man? Get blasted out of bounds. Oh, you remember she was Sonya in MK3? Yeah, I mean, she's kept herself in really good shape. I mean, she looks like she could still... she looks pretty much the same as she did back then, which is amazing. Yeah, I mean, it is sad, Patrick. It's like they're creating segregation. You know, I always hear about the Jim Crow days, Jim Crow laws, and, you know, coming back from those, and now the government's just figured out another way to create similar segregation, which is unfortunate. I have to imagine, but they just do this, like, until people realize, like, the government is the parasite, then this is just gonna keep happening. I mean, at one point they would send men to war against their will to go, you know, hold a gun and kill people. So you're always trying to escape the tentacles of the government. Clay Fighter, I never played Clay Fighter. I know of the game. Banjo-Kazooie, yeah, I'll have to try it. The Flames have canceled 3 different arena plans. Hey, segregation is segregation, buddy. John Parrish is still pretty good shape. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's Jax, right? I think he partnered with the Galloping Ghost Arcade to open a gym at one point. Basically, like, my favorite restaurant that I used to go to, Handlebar, I can't go to anymore. So it doesn't matter if it's they say you can't come in because you're blue-eyed or you're black or you didn't put this in your body. It's still segregation. They weren't doing that before, you know, like anyone could come in. So yeah, nothing's a one size fits all. Who, he's Jax? Yeah, well, they've felt it the most, so they kind of has a sensitivity to it. DPS wants retro games. Well, we're ending up the stream now, but yeah, I think you can't just you can't tuck everything under the rug, you know. The Flames are very close to moving to Houston. Eli's just going out there. They just keep saying politics. Yeah, for sure, Crestline Iceberg. But yeah, it's just unfortunate, you know. But so that's gonna do it for this stream. I still gotta. I don't know. Am I gonna choke down this mocha java? The sipping tropical sour didn't look too appealing. But yeah, my plan is to come back with the fantasy draft in a Madden game tomorrow. So if you like building a team and you want to possibly, if we win the Super Bowl, have me send you a game for being the top scout or GM, then uh, tune in tomorrow. A lot of people say they're not getting the alerts. I don't know if it's because Troy went live earlier with the heroes, because I know the Tecmo heroes, I know sometimes it doesn't like to give back-to-back alerts. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. Not saying for sure, but even if I miss, I have been hitting all the days. So today we hit the triple header with N64, and tomorrow we should be bringing back the fantasy draft. So thanks everyone for watching.